Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jeff, and today we're going to talk about the new Ravnica Allegiance spoilers, as we do just about every day. And we have some super fun ones today to talk about, as well as some lands that all of the arts for the new Pain lands are out. And so we have some super exciting things to talk about here. First off, I'm just going to show off our new flip card, our instant sorcery, Incubation and Incongruity. So here it is. First side is a sorcery for a green or a blue, so these are going to come out for each of the colors again, which I'm super excited for. I really like these in the last set. They're going to be great in this set. This is the uncommon version. I think each one in the last one had an uncommon and a rare, so we'll see how this one works out. So Incubation, a sorcery that says look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest into the bottom of your library. So just like Flower was go searching up for a land, this one gets to search up for a creature, which is great for this is absolutely perfect for a Merfolk deck, because on the other side, for 3 mana, you exile target creature. That creature's controller creates a 3/3 green frog lizard creature token. So this exiles any creature, which is phenomenal. Anything with hexproof, of course, anything like that you can't target. But this is really good, because that's the one downside with the Merfolk deck, is that if they get a Lyra, or if they get something just like really big with lifelink that's kind of can get the first strike ability that doesn't let you swing in, you're really at a hard place. And so Incongruity is perfect for that side of things, where you can exile a creature. It's not that expensive. You're at the 3 mana level, which you're kind of hoping to be at. And then if you're playing against control in game 1, you still have the Incubation. So I think that this by itself makes the Merfolk deck 10 times stronger. Or at least strong enough to be competitive, possibly. And so I don't know. I think it's a great card just in and of itself. This is an instant include in any Merfolk deck, at least 2 to 3 of, and I think that you could. I'm hoping that there's going to be an awesome deck here coming up soon as well that just has so many fun things you can do with this. Not only that, but I actually want to. I think Simic Stompy is still a very big thing, and this only helps out that cause. Having actual removal, and making a 3/3 isn't that big of a deal when you're playing a Stompy deck where you can trample over any guy like that. And so I think this is a really great card for that deck. Next up, we are showing off the new mechanic with Sphinx's Insight, a 2, a white, and a blue. It's an instant, draw 2 cards, and here's the new mechanic. It's Addendum. If you cast this spell during your main phase, you gain 2 life. So all of these are going to be instant speed, of course, because you have to actually have the benefit of casting at main phase. So I'm actually excited, because there's going to be tons of new instants for the Azorius colors, which is, of course, amazing. But draw 2 cards for 2 mana, and then you can draw 2 cards and gain 2 life if it's on your turn. So I think that this is definitely going to see play here. I mean, it is a common card, so it's not gonna. I don't think it's quite nearly as good as Chemist's Insight yet. But if you're in a deck where gaining life matters, where you want to be having that extra ability, and you're okay when you draw cards, or if it's later game and you're needing to gain that life anyway, I can see this replacing maybe 1 copy of Chemist's Insight. I think that's kind of where I see this as, where it's going to be a one of, it's a situational type of thing, and I think it's still good enough to see play here and there. But this is just the card showing off the Addendum mechanic. Next up, we have our very first mythic card with Emergency Powers. It's 7 converted mana cost, 5 a white and a blue, instant speed, of course. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library, then draws 7 cards. Exile Emergency Powers. And then it has Addendum. If you cast this spell during your main phase, you may put a permanent card with converted mana cost 7 or less from your hand onto the battlefield. So I think this card is a little bit interesting, because it requires you to be playing permanents, first off, of some sort, which, I mean, you have Teferis, you have, like, there's a lot of things that this can hit. This can hit, a 1,000-Year Storm. This can hit a Nezahal. You could be playing Bant and bring down a Carnage Tyrant or something. So there's a lot of value with this. So I think the Addendum side of it will definitely see play. I'm not sure if this is going to see a ton of play in Standard. I could see it being a one of, where it's like, okay, redraw your hand, but the issue is that each player shuffles their hand and their graveyard into the library, then draw 7 cards. So you're also kind of giving up your card advantage at that moment. and not only that, but then you're putting something down, so you're even down one less card. I think it's great, like if you do this right after a board weight, possibly, where like the opponent really doesn't have anything, you get down your best thing, but then you just gave him a handful of answers. So I'm really not sure what I think of this, especially because now there's ways to get rid of planeswalkers like straight off. There's, uh, and so I don't know. This is an interesting card. I think that it is good enough to see play in certain types of decks. I'm just not sure if it's going to be consistent because its greatest strength is also its biggest downfall. And so I don't. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this card. Maybe I'm seeing it the wrong way. I think this is going to be a really fun card for Commander. Just the fact that they. I was going to say they discard the hand, but they actually shuffle their hand into the graveyard. So there's not even like a discard trigger effect there. But you could do something with drawing the 7 cards, everyone drawing cards, and then you get more things. You can maybe do like a mill type of thing, but you also just shuffle their entire graveyard into their library as well. So it's kind of one of those like everything good about it also has everything that it's like it takes away all the good things about it as well. So I'm not sure I like this card. It's cool, it's fun, and I think that getting the addendum side of it, getting something down for 7 costs is cool. You can kind of find through something, find a Nezahal, find something big, put it down, and that'll be great. But other than that, I mean, maybe if you're playing Immortal Suns and you just needed to get it down so planeswalkers don't do anything anymore, like there's that. I don't know. Like I'm not really sure the applications for this. So yeah, I'd love to hear you guys' comments below for this one because I'm not sure if I'm looking at it right or wrong. But anyway, that is Emergency Powers and the 2 new cards for Mechanic for this one. All right, so real quick, here are the new lands. Here's Blood Crypt, Breeding Pool, Godless Shrine, Hollowed Fountain, and Stomping Ground. And man, I just really love the art on these. That's probably the main thing that I'm taking away. Is like, man, these are pretty. But yeah, more Pain Lands. This is what's going to make this format just so fun right now. With check lands and these, like you have a really good set for any kind of mana that you want to, any mana base that you're wanting to have. So I think that is like the biggest thing with this format now is that everything is possible. Every single deck is going to be good. Like every color base that you want to do, even if it's 5 color, that's a legitimate plan for that. And so I'm just really excited for this new set to come out, for everything to just be full force, full game. Like anything can come up next. I don't think that any of the decks that are out there now are necessarily going to go away because they're good decks. Like they are really resilient. They can go up against stuff. Maybe they have to change a bit for meta, but all this new stuff coming out, and I'm actually excited about the Azorius mechanic because I feel like it while it makes their stuff stronger, at the same time it's going to make them play on on sorcery speed rather than instant speed or on their turn, and it might make it a little bit more even because I think that's the biggest thing everyone was worried about is that Azorius was just going to be too strong, and I don't think that's too strong of a mechanic. I think that it's useful. I think it's going to be something that they're going to like and enjoy, but it also kind of takes away the whole game plan of draw and go, which thank you so very much. That is like my most that's probably the most annoying thing about Magic is when it's just like, oh, I'm not going to be able to play for the next 5 turns. Yay. Anyway, so that's it for today's video. If you guys like it, please like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much, and goodbye.